and welcome to Seasons of Wonder. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Isel and I am a homeschooling mama to my little girl, Isabella. And on this channel, I love sharing all about our journey as a homeschooling family. One of my goals in doing this is to help other moms by sharing ideas and strategies that I'm learning along the way. And just anything I feel is of motivation or inspiration. And I also love sharing just all things motherhood, homemaking, cooking, decorating, just all those things that come with motherhood. And we are a Christian family, so sharing our faith is also very important. So we just started school this week. We're so excited. My little princess was so anxious to come back to school. She had been wanting to come back to school for a while. I was just so tired. I truly needed the break. But we did start school this week. So for back to school, I wanted to make my little princess feel special. I want her to understand that it is a new beginning, that I'm so excited right along with her, and that I celebrate each and every one of her achievements, and everything that she does is so special to me as her mom. So I decided for us to have a little tea party because I have been wanting to do one for a while now. I think tea parties are so special. I just think they're the perfect opportunity for us to bond with our little ones and also to create memories. And so I decided for us to have a little back to school tea party. And let me tell you, it was so easy. And so I wanted to share with you how you can also plan a little tea party for your little ones. All you truly need is tea, of course, but it could also be something else that is pleasant to drink, like hot cocoa or even just milk. But if you want them to start appreciating the taste of tea, then you could also do tea. You also need a snack, just anything tasty. It can be sweet bread, muffins, cookies. It can be anything. It can also just be apples and peanut butter. Just anything they enjoy. Something to read. So I think poetry is a great option for tea parties just because they're so beautiful to meditate on. But it could also be just picture books or something else to read. And you could also play some background music if you'd like. I love classical music or just instrumental worship music for these special memories that we're creating. I actually play background music mostly every morning when I have breakfast with her. But it is also so lovely to play background music for those tea parties. Decorations. And for decorations, it can be as simple as just flowers and a lit candle. I think that sets up the atmosphere and it just makes the space more beautiful. You can get so creative with this. You can use anything you have at home, really. You can use balloons. You can even make paper flowers if you like. There are so many ways that you can decorate. But I personally love having flowers because I think it makes the space so much more beautiful and memorable. And that's it. That's all you need. So for our tea party, I just decorated with flowers and a lit candle. That was it. But I think it looks so pretty. I also chose the prettiest teacups that I had. And also, just a little tip, when you are preparing the tea for your little ones, just make sure that it is very light because we don't want them to be overstimulated. So I just water it down a little bit just so that it's not too strong. And so that's just my little tip. And I just use honey to sweeten it and that should be good for them. For the snack, I decided to make her home-baked donuts. I wanted the healthier option and that's why I made them myself. And I also think it's more special when we make the snack ourselves, like if it's cookies or whatever it is. I think it's so much more special if we actually bake it ourselves. And I also told her that she could bring a special stuffed animal friend to the party, and she did. She brought a little stuffed panda, and that was just so precious to see. So for reading, I chose this Poetry Parties for Littles. So this one is from The Good and the Beautiful, and I love this little book. I do recommend it because it is divided into themes. The whole book is on insects and spiders, but inside some of the themes that you will find are ladybugs, fireflies, spiders, so you can have a themed party with a collection of poetry to go along with it. And they even give you some ideas on snacks and also little crafts that you can do with them. So I think this is very helpful. It doesn't say that it's for tea parties, but I think I will be doing a tea party for each one because I just think tea parties are so lovely, so I think I'll be doing that. And so this is the one I use. But you can use any other book. I also have this book called A Child's Garden of Verses, and I highly recommend this one. This one is just so beautiful. It has some beautiful poetry and illustrations. I highly recommend this one. This one is so special. So yeah, any poetry book or even picture books would be good. And let me also show you the little craft that we made. So our little tea party was on fireflies, and we read from a collection of firefly themed poems from this book, and we made the little craft. And she loves this little firefly. She wanted to take it outside and play with it. So this is what we did. And I will be doing a quick flip through of this book in case you want to see the inside, because it does also have some beautiful illustrations, and just so that you can see how the poems are set up and also the ideas that they give you. But this is a wonderful book for those tea parties. So I wanted to show you this Poetry Parties for Littles. I love this book. It's so cute and it's so helpful too. So let me show you inside. So it has this guide for the parents, just like little tips for the party and how to prepare for that. It also gives some party decoration ideas and the supplies you will need for that. And here are the poems. The pictures are so lovely. And you can find many craft ideas throughout the book. The theme for this little book is insects and spiders. And so there's ladybugs. So let me read to you one of these poems. This one is so beautiful. My little princess and I love this one. It's called Firefly by Elizabeth Maddox Roberts. And it reads, a little light is going by. It's going up to see the sky. A little light with wings. I never could have thought of it. To have a little bug all lit and made to go on wings. For us to have those little tea parties with our little ones. To begin with, I wanted to share a quote from Charlotte Mason. If you have seen any of my other videos, you know that I greatly admire Charlotte Mason. I try to incorporate her teachings as much as possible into our homeschooling. So everything that I'm learning, anything that I'm reading in her books, I try to also do in our homeschool. And so I wanted to read this poem. So I have it in my little notebook because I don't think I could ever remember it. But it says, as for that aesthetic appetency, it dies of inanition when beauty is not duly presented to it. Beauty in words, in pictures and music, in tree and flower and sky. The function of the sense of beauty is to open a paradise of pleasure for us. And this is from volume 6 of A Philosophy of Education. And so what this is basically saying is that there is a natural desire in us to appreciate beauty, to be exposed to it, to enjoy it. And so if it doesn't happen, if we don't learn to appreciate beauty, then it's gonna die. That desire is gonna die in us. And we're never gonna truly learn to love what is beautiful. And so I think that it is important for us moms to expose our little ones to beautiful things so that they learn to love that. And I think it makes a lot of sense because God made a world that is so beautiful. He could have just made it practical, but God made it beautiful, and there is a reason for that. It is for us to appreciate it and enjoy it. And so as moms, it is our job to fulfill that, help our little ones learn to appreciate beauty. I think this is so important because I think that whatever we do in the physical world, it can also apply to our spiritual lives. And if we learn to appreciate what is beautiful in the world, I think we're also going to learn to appreciate what is beautiful of the things that we cannot see. So we're going to learn to value truth, which is also beautiful. We're going to learn to value kindness and goodness and also just everything that is good. And we're going to learn to love God as well, because even though we cannot see Him, we know that He is with us, and we know that His love is so great, and we're gonna learn to love that as well. And so we need to show our little ones how to value the things that are beautiful. And it also reminds me of a beautiful Bible verse. So this Bible verse is in Philippians chapter 4 verse 8, and it says, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. So when we have these experiences with our little ones, we are also teaching them how to appreciate what is lovely, what is pure, what is beautiful. And also, when we have those little tea parties, we can also read from the Bible. We can also read from the Word of God, even if it's just a small portion, and to just have a little discussion with our little ones. That would also be a great idea. And so I think tea parties are an excellent way to inspire our little ones in appreciating beauty and to enjoy everything that God has created for us. And I also wanted to say, when we think of education, when we think of training our little ones, we often think about the doing part or the knowing part. But we are also to train our little ones to enjoy, because that is also important in life. It's not just about knowing, it's not just about doing or achieving. It's also about learning to stop and just enjoy, because I think that when we learn to nourish ourselves, then we are stronger in order to be a blessing to someone else. So we also need to learn to just have a time to ourselves, to enjoy, to just meditate, to stop, because I think that we live in a world that is so rushed, and there is so much stress, just so much that can burden us. And we also need to just find time to be at peace, and that is going to help us to also be a blessing to others. And so that is also something else that I wanted to share with you. And so that is it. Those are my thoughts on tea parties and why I think that is such a lovely way to to bond with our little ones and to also train them, and so that they may also learn to enjoy God's beautiful blessings. And I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that it inspired you as well to have a little tea party with your little ones. Thank you so much for watching. I also want to say that I am so thankful for each and every one of you. I am so glad that you're here. I truly appreciate you, and please let me know if you have any questions or comments. Please let me know down in the comments. I do love reading those comments. And again, thank you so much for being here, and I do hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.